What's up, guys? Vintage here. You may have seen my YouTube short last week on 1970s Ford trucks. Now we've got this incredible 1966 Chevy K10 4x4. I'm starting to get FOMO. That is, fear of missing out on these badass vintage trucks. Before we launch into today's example, if you're new to the channel, I'm Trey, and this is Vintage 4-Wheel Auctions. We vet all the active truck and 4x4 category auctions on Bring a Trailer and highlight only the top tier vehicles from this segment. So if you're in the vintage SUV market, you're going to want to keep an eye on these auctions. With each video, we'll discuss what to look for with a vintage SUV and what to avoid. Our hope is that this simple video format also encourages interaction with viewers on vehicle condition and ending price points.
So this one checks all the boxes. This is a 1966 Chevy K10 pickup 4x4 4-speed. Rarity, check. Uniqueness, check. 4-speed, yes. Love this color, this kind of teal. Everything's been done to original standards. We're going to go into the details here. So this is a 66. This is from the CK series. From 60 to 66, this is the first CK series in the line. This is the last year model, so most desirable. Looking at the details here, this one has 44,000 miles, although true mileage is unknown. We've talked about this in numerous videos. This is not unusual for a vehicle from 66 to have true mileage unknown. I'm more concerned with any of the restoration or refurbishment details. So we'll go into more detail in the listing detail. We'll also take a look at the picture. So this is a short bed pickup. It was fitted with a replacement 327 V8. So obviously this one has had some quality updates. This one is finished in turquoise over patterned cloth and gray vinyl upholstery. From an originality standpoint, again, this one does check all the boxes. This is an original paint code for a Chevy model from 66. We'll get to see almost kind of that houndstooth cloth in the pictures. This one also has the 4-speed manual transmission, and a plus certainly in my view. This one does have a lift. It looks like around a 2-inch lift. We'll see more detail in the description here. It's got the period appropriate white painted 15-inch steel wheels, transmission controlled Ramsey winch. That one gets a lot of interest and comments in that comment section, so we'll definitely make sure to review that quickly. And this one was acquired by the selling dealer in 2023. It's out of California. It's in the Ventura area. So this one, body was finished from the factory in this turquoise code 510, said to have been repainted approximately 10 years ago. Without looking and examining closely in the pictures, to me, this looks like a much more recent paint, but maybe we'll see some wear and tear in the pictures. We'll certainly look at that. This one has the custom front bumper and KC highlight driving lights. We talked about the transmission controlled Ramsey winch. Slide out left side step, bed mounted tie down hooks, and a receiver hitch and tow ball. The wood bed planks are reportedly replaced in April 2023. I have seen that in the pictures. It looks, obviously from April 2023, it looks like new. Just going through here, this one does have the KM3 mud terrain tires that are new from, again, also April 2023. This one does have the lift and the manual locking hubs that were factory equipment for the Chevy K10 in 66. It says the paint on the wheels is cracked and spares affixed to the underside of the bed, which I think is normal. We'll make sure to look at that in the picture section. This is that cloth and vinyl interior I was talking about. It's almost like a houndstooth pattern. Looks very nice. What do we have here? Then appointments include lap belts, manual crank windows, black vinyl floor covering, a vintage look radio with USB input. So it does have some nice updates with it. 2-spoke steering wheel is worn and fronts a horizontal sweep 100 mile per hour speedometer with supplementary readouts. So, nice kind of minimalistic look. That these are some of the features that I really love with these vintage SUVs. It just takes you back to a different time. Things were simpler, no ECU units and computer electronics and chips. I love the simplicity of these vintage four-wheel drives, hence starting a channel for it. Hopefully you guys share this love with me. Then look at the engine. The factory V8 said to have been replaced with a Corvette Source 327 cubic inch turbo fire V8 under previous ownership. Features the camel hump cylinder heads in addition to aluminum radiator and underhood start and shut off buttons. We'll take a look at that in the pictures. You can see the replacement wood planks in the bed from the underside. Good view there of the undercarriage. And then, you've seen this in other videos, my K5 video specifically, where we kind of decode the VIN. This one, obviously the K stands for four-wheel drive versus the C model. This is a half-ton short bed, 115-inch wheelbase. 4 was for pickups, 6 was for the year model, and then this one was assembled in Fremont, California, and Northern California. So really cool to see that so prominently affixed to that beautiful paint. We're going to play a quick video here before we launch into comments and the picture review. This is kind of a walk around. I'm going to try to fast forward it. There's some kind of picture review first, so bear with me here. Here we go. Nice little walk around of this 66 Chevy K10. Absolutely love this paint color. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Check out that guy in the background. I don't know if he's associated with this K10, but he's certainly enjoying this walk around. So nice little walk around there. Really get to see just how pristine this thing is. Really like that custom front bumper too. We'll take a look at that more in the pictures, but let's jump into the comments real quick. We always look at these first. It serves as a good direction and directive when we're looking at the pictures. What are these commenters who have a lot of experience in these models? What are they looking at? What are they calling out? And what are areas for attention when we look at the pictures here? So there's a lot of discussion about this PTO winch and the operation of it. We're not going to go into too much detail here. Let's go to one of the first ones here. What do we have? Does everything work properly? Amazing K10. A little freezing here. Excuse this. Technical difficulties. Most trucks with PTO winch, the knob is mounted inside on the floor and some under dash. Never seen one under the hood. What is the function of the 2 electric switches in PIC 85? We'll take a look at that in the pictures. This is talking about the hardware and function. Still likely talking about the PTO winch. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the internal workings of this particular PTO, but it seems like it would be a 2-person job to operate the winch. What do we have here? And this is from one of the commenters. This is highly viewed. I'm not sure if I've talked about this in other videos, but anything that's highlighted in yellow is one of the highest commenting comments in the auction. So this one happens to have 9 likes. This one, again, talking about the PTO winch, says it appears to be driven off the transmission, not the transfer case. So really these commenters definitely get into the weeds on these. So we're going to take a look at that in the pictures. Again, this one also talking about the PTO winch. This is from the seller. He talks about just how much of a unicorn this is. California rust and accident free, blue California plates, factory short bed, factory 4x4, factory 4-speed. Like I said, this thing literally checks all the boxes. I personally am in love with this thing. Love this color. Let's get into these pictures here. We saw a few things in the comments. So from a pictures standpoint, they have 111 pictures. I mention every video this, you need to have at least a minimum for a premium type auction like this. If you want to bring a premium for your vehicle, you better at least have 100 pictures. And it's better if you have professional photos. These look pretty professional. If not, they at least have a decent camera that they're doing this and a good background location. So love this, factory repaint here. This factory color, looks absolutely beautiful. These are the KC highlights, this custom bumper with the winch, the kind of intrigue around the winch operation we saw in the comments. Love just how stout this looks. This is a really great picture, just head on here. You can see those cam 3s. Just love the ruggedness of this 66 K10. I love these pictures. This is a great backdrop. They made my job easier when I'm making a thumbnail. Any of these vehicles, it can be challenging, but when you have a great looking vehicle with a beautiful nature scenery, it's just awesome. So I love to see this. And those dunes back there really just highlight the contrast of this beautiful paint as well. Really great. You see the K10 badging on the side. These were the factory rim 15-inch wheels in really good condition. They said there's a few scratches, but very minimal. Now, they talked about the California blue plate. They did make, I believe, reproduction plates in the past 10 years, but these claim to be original plates, so that's kind of cool, just an added bonus. Everything is in very beautiful condition here. Again, love this color. Love these the Chevy logos in the taillights. That's super unique. Again, great nature photo, great close-up here. You can see just how clean the body is. No dents, dings, or scratches. Same thing there. Great view of the hood. We're seeing, again, just a very nice close-up look of the KC lights, this custom bumper with the PTO winch. Everything is operable. Like they said, this could be driven off the transmission, not the transfer case. Nice close-up view. There are a few kind of scratches and dings, but I mean, for a 66 vehicle, this thing is very, very impressive. Like I talked about earlier in the picture, just highlighting that this is a K10, meaning it is a 4x4. Clearly, you can see that articulated with the suspension lift. This thing is very stout. The manual locking hubs, great looking vehicle. You can see the paint quality there too as well. Gonna keep going through here. Mouse is getting stuck. I don't know what is going on here, guys, with these technical difficulties. That could or that may or may not be a California original blue plate, but still looks very cool on this vehicle. I think we're going to get our first view. There you go, of these wood planks that were replaced in April of 2023. Just a very clean look in the bed here. There you go, KM3s, locking hubs. I don't see any of the scratches. I mean, they must be pretty minimal, not highly visible to the untrained or unaided eye. Interior is in exceptional condition. Interesting. I wonder if that was the original color or if that's just how a K10. I'm not a marquee specialist on 66s, 66 K10. So if there's someone that is more knowledgeable, I know we have some historians in the audience. If they are, please feel free to correct me. I'd love to learn more from you. This is a beautiful vehicle. And that must be some of the original paint, still some chips. The kind of houndstooth cloth and vinyl interior is in great shape. Really kind of minor discoloration. Everything looks original. Interior looks exceptional. Look at that steering wheel. I love the patina on that with the wear on the steering wheel. It's very minimal, but I just love how original it is. Not even any crack. Let's go back there. Can't overlook that. Dash is in very good condition. No cracks, chips, etc. Here we go. 100-mile-per-hour speedo there, like we saw listed. Just very cool. Look at some of those dials there. Wonder what that is, if it's a choke. Looks similar to my Land Cruiser. Got the button for the KC highlights. They've got a tachometer added. This one does have air conditioning and heater. Actually, it looks like it's just heater. This is the vintage replication stereo. Like I said, this one is a manual transmission, added bonus in my eyes. Know a lot of you guys out there are purists as well. Very cool. Got the shifting pattern. Floors all look very solid. This is the Corvette 327 cubic inch V8. So you've got the originality from a cosmetic standpoint with some nice upgrades here with the new engine or replacement V8. Optima battery. So moving around to the undercarriage here, you can tell this has been refurbished. Everything looks in great condition. Beautiful, beautiful, with the replacement wood bed planks. There you go. 5,600 pounds. This is not a light truck. There you go. Ramsey winch. It's the PTO winch. 327 replacement engine. Got books and manuals. So that is it. We have 111 pictures. I've really enjoyed this thing. Like I said, you do not see this much. We're going to take a look at how many of these we've seen on Bring a Trailer. Pro tip, it's not many. And then also take a look at pricing and see what we see from a comparable standpoint. But I could tell you, I mean, these are few and far between. Really beautiful looking refurbishment and restoration and maintaining of that originality. So from a pricing standpoint, this 1966 Chevy K10 4x4 is in a class of its own. When we look at Bring a Trailer for comparable 60 to 66 Chevy trucks, we exclude the C10. We're left with 21 results in the past 5 years. So this is a very rare truck. And when I look even closer and scrutinize further, there really is not a real close comparison. I'm going to show you what I feel is the closest. Now, I think the pricing for this one is going to be unprecedented. As we go back, it's currently at 16, 17 with a full 7 days. Expect a new record for Chevy K10. I think, put your best guess in the comments. Would love to hear from you on this, but based on what I'm seeing from both the originality, the cleanness, and the kind of tasteful refurbishment with the 66 that we just looked at, I think, like I said, we're going to be in uncharted territory. So out of the 21, I felt that 3 really were the closest comparative set. So starting on a low end, we had this 61 K10, not a comparison at all, but this one sold 2 years ago in May of 2021 for $21,000. As you can see, this is in original condition. This is also a step-side 4x4. But just to give you kind of a low watermark, I think this is cool. It's certainly a cool vehicle, and it's certainly rare, but nowhere near the condition of the kind of focal vehicle of this video. Stepping up, we have a restored 1964 K10 step-side 4x4. This one is beautiful, but I don't think it has quite the unique cachet of the 66 that we just looked at. I also think that this one is less on the original side. So if I was going to deduct points, that would be it. It's certainly a beautiful restoration. This one sold in 2020 for $28,500. So I think we're getting closer to the kind of high water mark for a Chevy K10. But nevertheless, this one is still, I think, kind of far away from where we're going to see the 66 go for, with 7 full days left. And then on the high end, this one is not a restoration. This one sold in December of 2022, so roughly a year ago. This one is in very clean, original condition. Everything's original with the exception of these rims and wheels. But this one went for $31,000. This one was beautiful truck out of Oregon. This one mostly original. I do think it had a repaint. You could see the seller notes, presence of paint chips and scratches, but overall very good condition. But looking at the interior, this is not the original interior like the 66 we just saw with the cloth and vinyl. So again, very nice condition. I do expect the 66 to close out in excess of $31,000. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
So what'd you think about this 1966 Chevy K10 4x4? We'd love to hear your feedback on pricing and condition in the comments. Also, I've said it before, we are a new channel. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. See you next time for more vintage four-wheel drives.